Good day, everyone. This is Pineleaf Noodles, and welcome to DDO Players News, where we take a look at the latest news in DDO and on the tabletop. And please welcome my co-host from Ravenloft, Dracula.
Hey now, everybody, how's it going?
Hello there, Drac. Has Barovia warmed up yet?
Yes, as a matter of fact, a little rainy now, so much better than snow. I'll take rain any day. It's gloomy and rainy, just my type of weather.
Just the type of weather for a vampire. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
keeps those pesky ravens away.
That's right. And that silly sun thing that tries to kill me all the time, you know.
Oh yes, there is that little
Yeah.
detail also. I just wonder, there's an interesting connection that your NFL team originally came from Baltimore, right? And the current Baltimore team is called the Ravens, the arch enemy of
I guess I never thought about that. I'm assuming you're
Yeah.
talking about the NFL team from my state, not the team I actually like, but okay. Now I know
Well,
where
all right,
now I
all right,
know
all
okay, now I know where you went with that. I was like really confused for a minute. I was about to say the Raiders were never. Oh, I know what you're talking about. Gotcha.
right. Okay. Yes, of
Okay.
course.
Now I'm with you.
The one from your state, since
Yes, okay.
I have not take a survey of what NFL teams you actually follow.
True, that's been very true. But yes, that's not that we're a sports podcast, but that's an interesting story about the Colts. How they just left Baltimore in the middle of the night. They're like, "See ya, we're going to Indy. Bye."
Yeah, we're going to Indy by, and then, yes,
Yeah.
so they must have been scared away. Aha, that's it. They must have been a Ravenloft team, and then they heard that ravens were starting to gather around Baltimore, so they left.
There you go. Okay, all right.
I know I'm really clutching.
Kind of a stretch, but I'll allow it.
Yes, okay. Let's then head into our game news for this week, and we'll begin with a little news on Lammania, where the Lammania build was delayed a few days, and so it looks like it's going to be open over the weekend.
Yeah, it does look like. I know last week we talked about, hey, there's going to be a Lammania. Well, apparently not. Looks like the builds they were going to do that did not pass quality control. So each preview they tried to do two different candidate builds, and both of those failed approval. And just earlier today, it looks like, earlier today, as a matter of fact, Coco Mojobo did post that the preview build has been approved. We will be opening Lammania for Preview 3 tomorrow. That is Friday, February. Wow, I am totally behind the times. Let's try that again. Tomorrow, Friday, May the 3rd. So if you're listening live, it will actually be tomorrow. If you're listening to this when it's released, in the afternoon of the day the show is released. Lammania will be up, and it's going to run relatively through early Monday, May the 6th. There is not a dev event planned. There was one when it was supposed to be up earlier in the week. But since it's a weekend, we do get an extra day, and we get it over the weekend. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
That usually gives more people time to get on when it's over the weekend. So I guess there's a little ray of bright sunshine to this whole thing that it's over the weekend. So.
Well, a ray of yeah, but you don't like bright rays of sunshine.
Sure, I don't. See, it's back to that, gloomy thing again. So
Yes.
I always forget. Got to stick with the gloom. Stick with the gloom.
Stick with the gloom. Let's then head into our Chronicle for this week, issue 331, where it looks like we've got a mimic.
We do. That is because, spoiler alert, the mimic hunt is back. Dun, dun, dun. So watch yourselves. You open those chests. Might be a mimic.
Oh, I would presume that's because they delayed Sharn, so they decided to put in a special event in the meantime.
Maybe. I'm not sure. They had said that the mimic hunt was going to come back at some point, but I think probably, yeah, I think you might be on the right track there.
Yeah,
But
I don't think they would have put in a mimic month on the first week of Sharn.
well, probably not. That might just be asking for trouble. But yeah, so the Mimic Hunt is running through May the 12th. If you were not familiar with how it works, any chest that you open could spawn a Mimic. You kill the Mimic, you get Mimic tokens, then you can trade those in for things. If you absolutely hate Mimics, you absolutely hate this event, you think it's the dumbest thing ever, you don't like it, you can talk to a guy in the Hall of Heroes and buy some Mimic, I forgot what they call it.
Mimic repellent, I think?
Yeah, that's what it's called. Thank you. I was going to say Mimic deterrent, but I knew that didn't sound right. Yes, you can buy some Mimic repellent, and you will not get Mimics. But keep in mind, that's just for you. If you're playing in a group and those people do not have that on, you still may see a Mimic. On the reverse side, if you really love that, you really want Mimics, you can buy some Mimic bait. And then you'll get lots of Mimics because they're going to sense that bait and they're going to go right for it. But once again, that runs through May the 12th. I kind of enjoy that event. It's always fun when you randomly open up a chest and you never know if it's going to be a Mimic or not. So enjoy that.
I just remember the time that I was running the quest in the harbor where you're supposed to get the guy to pay his taxes.
Oh, yeah.
Do the tax collection there. And
the Miller's Debt?
Yeah, the Miller's Debt. Yeah. And there are 2 chests at the end, and I wasn't thinking, and I'd forgotten it was the Mimic hunt thing. I opened up both chests quickly,
and they were both Mimics?
Yes.
Don't. That's some bad luck there. So enjoy that, as I said, through May the 12th. Elsewhere in our Chronicle this week, the High Lords are going to be hosting a Titan Awakes teaching raid. That will take place this upcoming Saturday, May the 4th. Insert your Star Wars joke here. At 9 p.m. That, of course, is over on Sarlona, so you can check that out if you want to learn how to do the Titan Awakes raid. And have you ever wondered, what content should I buy if I'm a brand new player to DDO? Well, Axel made a video on that, and he has some suggestions on which content you should buy. And he thinks you should buy as a new player, so check out his new video. And then for Fury, I almost did it again. Didn't do it that time. See the show about 12 episodes ago to understand what I'm talking about there. Has released a TR leveling guide. So if you want to do some TRs and learn the best way to do it, check out his article on heroic TR leveling. We'll jump right into the Fansite news section. Ginger Spice is doing Reaper Life 3, and this time he got 12k Reaper XP in 1 hour. I think last week we talked about him getting 10k. He upped it to 12k.
Mm-hmm.
That's insane.
Yeah. All right. So, while most people try to push it up to 11, he pushed it up to 12.
Push it up to 12. That's right. Forget 11. I'm going for 12.
Yeah.
Let's see if you can do 14 next week. There's your challenge, Ginger. There's your challenge. Then don't forget about D&D Night on DDO stream. Check out and watch The Wizard's Book Part 3. D&D 3 barrels full of kobolds. That's the newest post from BioBreak. Check that out. Reaper Status Update Part 2 comes to us courtesy of DDO Cast. That is their episode 556. We got a shout out for our Failing the Death Test episode last week. And Mickey's Delirium is in week 120 of rating. 120. You're insane, Mickey. I've said that before, but you're insane. It's awesome, but you're insane. And then when the rich wag Warforged, it's the kobolds who die with DDOPL. Say that a couple times fast.
Well, Rich Wage Warforged.
There you go. Fridays on Ice has episode 123, and that's with Bakalagor. Doug Glendower, of course, giving us a part to life. And check out the latest episode of the Damsels of DDO. We, of course, can't forget about the Chronicle comment. Since the Mimic Festival is on, let's ask a Mimic question.
Uh-oh.
What is a Mimic's favorite type of food?
Favorite type of food? Well, I would presume solid cash.
I was going to say treasure, so yeah. Or wood, because they tend to be chests, so it could be wood too, but I would definitely say treasure. And, of course, we have the screenshot of the week. That is Black Ink's eyes appear into the darkness in the 413th DDO screenshot of the week. And if you look closely, you might have to blow it up full screen. Or if you're watching the YouTube version of this right now, it is on the screen. There are some red eyes there. It's hard to see, but they're there. I promise.
And this is most definitely fitting for someone called Black Ink.
Then again, goes back to the Gloom.
Aha!
Stick with the Gloom, Pine Leaf.
Stick with the Gloom. It's so gloomy.
I love it. And that is our Chronicle for this week.
Then let's go and see what's on sale. And is there anything interesting that will make you salivate?
There is some good stuff this week. The best news of the week, though, is if you want more shared bank slots, slot number 21 is now permanently available in the DDO store. So you can get 10 more slots to your shared bank. So go now, buy that. More bank slots, good.
I'm just trying to manage 21 different shared bank slots.
If you're a hoarder, which I may or may not be a DDO hoarder, just saying, I could fill 21 shared blank slots easily. Because you never know. You never know when you're going to need that one piece of gear, just that one piece of gear you might need. You just
can't winnow it down to the ones that spark joy?
No, you got to keep it all. It's like Pokemon. You know how you got to catch all the Pokemon? You got to keep all the gear, Pine Leaf. You got to keep it all.
You got to keep it all.
Yes, I might be a charter member of DDO Hoarders Anonymous. Just saying.
I just suppose that we are. So we need a character on the server called KonMari who goes around.
Oh, wow. Wow. I'm just going to move right into the rest of the sales.
Let's go to the sales.
I got nothing for that, by the way. It's a Get a Boost sale. You got 20% off the Sovereign XP Elixirs, Treasure Hunt Elixirs, Greater Slayer Boost, and the long-lasting Supreme Ability Potions. That sale runs through May the 9th. The weekly coupon code this week is a major crafting experience elixir. That is going to be the coupon code CRAFTY, also through May the 9th. And as we said, don't forget about the shared bank slot number 21 now available. And the weekend bonuses, of course, the Mimic Hunt, which we talked about, runs through May the 12th. Also through May the 8th. If you're a VIP player, you're going to get a +5 VIP XP for a total of 15%. So go get the XPs through May the 8th.
Okay. Then let's go and see what's coming in from the dungeon. Where Shadowrun 6th World, the announcement of, appropriately enough, the 6th edition of Shadowrun.
Yeah, it's kind of confusing. They're calling it the 6th World, but this is actually the 6th edition. They actually never really called it the 6th edition. A little confusing, but this is pretty darn cool if you're a Shadowrun fan. Of course, this is from Catalyst Game Labs. The first two products of the 6th edition of Shadowrun will be the core rulebook and a beginner's box set arriving this summer. And, of course, if you're familiar with Shadowrun, you know how freaking amazing it is. The 6th edition core rulebook, henceforth known as Shadowrun 6th World, is going to be a slimmed-down, streamlined version of the dystopian urban fantasy world we all know and love. The book clocks in at 320 pages, features new art, and the game is designed for 2 or more players, ages 13 and up. MSRP $49.99. This product is going to debut at Gen Con, retail release soon to follow. And also, there's going to be a beginner box as well. It's going to contain an introduction to the 6th World, quick start rules, starting character dossiers, an introductory adventure, a poster, a deck of gear cards, and 6 customized dice, $24.99. is the MSP on that. That is going to debut at Origins. Trade release to follow on that as well. And a little spoiler alert for you. We are going to do an unboxing on the beginner box soon. Just saying.
It apparently they like to do these things on anniversaries since there was a 20th anniversary cover that they did there. That was between editions, though. Let's see. But this will be on the 30th anniversary then for the 6th edition.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think it's like 30th, something like that. So yeah,
Yeah.
And everybody kind of knew this was coming anyway, so this is not a big shock, but it's pretty cool that Shadowrun, after 30 years, is still around. So yes, 6th edition, as I said, the 6th World, releasing Core Book of Gen Con, the Beginner's Box at Origins, and look for an unboxing and review soon to follow of the Beginner Box, coming soon to DDO players.
Coming soon. Then Lesson 2. Alien, the role-playing game, is on its way from Free League Publishing. And do you really need to role-play in this world?
Hell yes, you need to role-play in this world. Of course, you wouldn't know that because you've never seen the freaking movie.
Actually, I did.
Oh my God. Stop the okay, hold on. Stop the presses.
We have to get on. We have so much time and so little to do. Strike that. Reverse it. This way, please.
You watched Alien?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. All right. Pine Leaf has stunned me. This is shocking news, folks. And what did you think? Be very careful of your answer here.
Very careful of my. Yeah, you mean so I don't get a rampaging mob?
That's right. You know we will get emails if your answer is not correct to this question, sir.
Well, maybe I shouldn't have mentioned this, right?
We'll just move right in. Yes, yeah. Alien, the role-playing game, coming, as you said, from our friends over at Free League Publishing. This is going to be set in the Alien universe in the year 2183. That is after the events of Alien 3. So if you're familiar with all the movies, think about Alien 3. So this is going to be after that. Conflicts between rival areas of space have increased, and the distrust between the Weyland Yanti Corporation and the United Americas is growing. This is going to include a sandbox campaign mode. So it's going to have a traditional open world RPG experience, also along with what they're calling a cinematic mode that will feature pre-generated scenarios which players have to complete within a single session. That's going to be emulating the dramatic arc of an Alien film.
Yeah, that's going to be. And I would presume you do this in the dark, in the spooky atmosphere.
Well, of course, you have to. Again, gloom, Pine Leaf. It's all about the gloom.
Yes. Alien does tend to, let's say, have more than a foot on the horror side rather than the sci-fi side.
Exactly. So yes, this is coming from Free League Publishing later this year. No explicit date was announced. And another minor spoiler alert, a review of this going to be coming after it's released as well.
Amazing.
I know. It's awesome and amazing how that happens, huh?
Let's have a look at what's coming in on the tabletop. Where they have announced the Origins Awards nominees for this year. And I looked over these awards, and I must say that the nominated games aren't exactly the ones that I've been playing.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that. But yeah, it's hard to believe that Origins is coming up, Pine Leaf. June 15th, the award ceremony for this will be held during the Origins Game Fair. So crazy to think Origins less than a month away. Holy crap. But yes, Origins Awards. We've got a lot of nominees here. So how do you want to do this, Pine Leaf? Do you want to talk about them all, or you just want to give some highlights in each category? How you want to do this? Because there is a ton in here.
How about the highlights? Because I think that we'll have a 3-hour show if you talk about all of
That's true. Sure. Okay, so board games. We've got Chronicles of Crime by Lucky Duck Games. We have Everdell by Startling Games, Rising Sun by Simon, and Root by Leader Games. I think those are the biggest titles of there. My prediction, I think we always do this, and we usually are always wrong about this.
Well, what else is
we'll see. We'll see how we do. My prediction for board games is going to be Root by Leader Games.
I've been hearing a lot about Root, but I don't think I've even seen so much as a how in the world is it played video on that one.
There's a couple good ones. I watched a few because I haven't ever played it yet. I kind of forgot I had it, to be honest with you. I got it at Gen Con for a review, and the other day I was going through my games, arranging my game shelf, and I was like, oh crap, I never did that review on Root.
Oopsie daisy.
Oops. Oopsie. Sorry about that. So yeah. So should probably get around to doing that. So my friend,
before the Origins Awards.
Yeah, exactly. So I know my friend is out there. Matter of fact, I see he's listening live to the show. He usually listens to the podcast version, but you, yes, you, I'm talking to you. You need to get over here so we can play Root. Just throwing that out there for you. Then the card game category, we have Choose Your Own Adventure, House of Danger. That's by Z-Man Games. Dark Souls, the card game by Steamforge Games. Get the MacGuffin by Looney Labs. And Maiden's Quest by WizKids. And The Mind by Pandasaurus. Oh, and Villainous by Ravensburger. That's what's going to win is Villainous because that is amazing.
Well, I was wondering though, would the Mind give it just for outright weirdness?
You know, the Mind's getting a lot of buzz, and I know the Mind was on a lot of top game list as well too. So I'm gonna say Villainous on card games.
Though the Mind is very definitely not a solo game.
True. I know somebody did try to turn it into a solo. I'm not.
The Mind?
Yeah, they did. I'm not sure quite how that worked out though, but I did see somebody was working on a solo variant. Which I'm like, good luck with that.
Yeah, and next I'll come up with a solo variant of Diplomacy.
Okay. Collectible games. We won't even talk about anything other than Keyforge by Fantasy Flight Games because that's what's going to win this category.
You say just because of its nature.
Yeah, and everybody is just enamored and in love with it. Though Warhammer Age of Sigmar might give it a run for its money, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to go with Keyforge on this.
Okay, so remember, with your record of predicting things, it will be Yu-Gi-Oh! No, I'm just kidding.
Exactly. Pokemon Forbidden Light Booster is going to win. That's what's going to win. I know it. Then we got the collectible game category. This has Dragon Ball Super Miraculous Revival Booster. Whew, that's quite the name. Keyforge in here again. Marvel HeroClix X-Men. Magic the Gathering, one of the boosters. Pokemon, Star Wars Destiny. Warhammer Age of Sigmar. This one's kind of a toss-up. Keyforge got a lot of buzz, so we'll see. Think I'm going to go Keyforge again on this one.
All right.
I'm bound to get one of these right? You think? At least one?
Maybe.
Got to. For family games, we have The Climbers. That's by Capstone Games. The Mansky Caper by Calliope Games. Spy Club by Renegade Game Studios. Strawberry Ninja, that is an awesome name, by Golden Bell Studios. And the T-Dragon Society card game by Renegade Game Studios. And then When I Dream, that's by Asmodee. I'm thinking it's going to be When I Dream. Again, that got really good buzz when it came out. I haven't played any of these, so I can't base it on actual playing the games.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of basing it on the buzz when, they first came out. So gonna go with When I Dream by Asmodee for that one.
I am just trying to figure out who in the world came up with the name of a game, came up with the name for a kidna shuffle for a game. I'm just trying to just imagine these Australian mammals
I guess. I don't know.
shuffling
Yeah.
along. It's like,
Yeah.
okay,
We'll
right.
jump into our miniatures category. The Fallout Wasteland Warfare game by our friends over at Modipius Entertainment. Kill Team by Games Workshop. The Kings of War Vanguard by Mantic Games. Necromundia by Games Workshop. A Song of Ice and Fire, the tabletop miniatures game by Simon. And Star Wars Legion by Fantasy Flight. This one is tough to pick, actually. Because Star Wars Legion got a lot of buzz. Fallout game got a lot of buzz. But so did Kill Team. I think Star Wars probably is going to take this one. I would like it to be Fallout, just because I like the Fallout games. And I've heard good things about this. Trying to get a review copy of this. I'm talking to Modipius now, where we're in discussions, as it were, for a review copy of the Fallout Wasteland Warfare game. So stay tuned, and then maybe I can tell you, yes, this should have won the Origins Award if it loses. But we'll see how that works out. And then we have our role-playing game category, Dusk City Outlaws by Scratchpad Publishing. Flash Gordon Limited Collector's Box, that's by Pinnacle Entertainment. Forbidden Lands by Free League Publishing. Invisible Sun by Monty Cook. Mutants and Masterminds, Basic Heroes book by Green Ronin. Numenaria, Destiny, that is by Monty Cook again. Star Trek Adventures Starter by Modipius. And Vampire the Masquerade 5th edition, also by Modipius.
I know which one would be your favorite.
Yeah, favorite wise, of course, Vampire, but see, then again, I don't know. This is another kind of wide open category.
By the way, is Invisible Sun related to Dark Sun or
No? It's kind of an offshoot of Numenaria, actually.
Oh, okay.
And Invisible Sun was the one that, like, the basic box for that cost like $600 or something stupid like that.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was crazy. Even like the PDFs, it's finally in PDF now, and it's like $200 or something. It's insane. But Monty Cook can do it because he's Monty Cook. I'm gonna probably just stick with my favorite here, and I'm gonna say Vampire for this.
Okay.
And then we have a couple other categories that I don't even have any clue, so we're not really going to talk about, but it's role-playing supplement and game accessories, and you can see all those over on the post on DDO Players.
Oh, I thought that you would just say, well, role-playing supplement, how about Dungeons & Dragons,
That's right.
Mordenkainen's Tome of Foes.
Sure, there you go. And role-playing supplement, your winner is going to be D&D's Mordenkainen's Tome of Foes by Wizards of the Coast. And the game accessory is going to be, I'm just going to pick one at random. Let's say Icons of the Realm Spell Effect by WizKids. Why not? We'll see. I'm going to be wrong about all these anyway, so it really doesn't matter. But we'll see.
I thought
So that's what,
your
one
Black Dragon trophy plaque.
Let's see. That Black Dragon is cool though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 7 categories, so we'll see if I get 0 out of 7 right.
We shall see.
Even a blind squirrel gets a nut every once in a while, finally.
Well, you do have a point there. Unfortunately, a lot of these categories have more than 7 nuts in them, so
Well, true.
it does reduce your
We'll
odds
see.
a little bit.
So stay tuned after June 15th to see how bad I suck at predicting winners for the Origins Award nominees.
Hey, can't be worse than me. I mean, I have no trouble predicting how a double-headed coin will end.
Well, you got a 50-50 shot at that at least, though. Come on.
For a double-headed coin?
Oh, I didn't hear you say double-headed. Oh. Touche.
You're talking about the person who one time when doing the coin toss for a soccer game one time, I had to redo it 3 times because the first 3 times it landed on its side.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
I got nothing.
Let's get to our week in gaming. Drac, what did you do?
Next.
What?
Next.
It's all there, black and white, clear as crystal. You get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
Yeah, no, that was like the only gaming I did was with you. I did do some maybe gaming related ish stuff, I suppose.
Yeah.
I did some unboxing videos that I have to edit and will be up, and did a couple reviews that'll be up soon. So that's game-ish related.
But you can't talk about them too much yet.
No, because I want to save it for the site.
Right.
One of them, I'll give a little hint. One of them is pretty strange.
Ooh, strange.
But yeah, it's like, what could that be?
Yeah.
That could be many things.
Yes. 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 Life will come into it, I'm sure.
Exactly. So yeah, basically the only gaming I did really was with you, and that was on the Wood Elf Rogue that I have. We're level 9. We did Thrask Arena, did the Prisoner, and then we did the Jungle of Kyber. And it was kind of funny. Pine Leaf is the one that hates beholders, and I'm the one that I think died to almost every beholder we fought. And then I realized, I really got to get some better gear and got to get my MRR up a little bit because I have 0. So that is not good when you're going against beholders. So yeah, I think I died after every freaking beholder. By the end of that quest, I was sick of beholders.
All right. You've gained my displeasure for those things. Then.
It was just funny because as soon as we got in there, Pine Leaf was like, oh, I remember this quest. It's the one with all the beholders. Oh, no, I got killed.
Yeah.
About the time we saw the first one, I got killed. And I'm like, yeah, beholders, yeah, they suck. But
Right.
in my defense, I am geared pretty crappy, though. So I haven't really been paying that much attention to gear. So I think now is about the time I really need to do that and get the MRR up. That should help a little bit.
Yeah, I should get up a little bit. And
So that was it. All I did.
all right. Yes, right. That on my Wood Elf Druid level 9 with that. Yeah. Thrask Arena, the Prisoner, and the Jungle of Kyber. Yeah, the Prisoner, of course, being the one with 1,000,000 beholders. At least it felt like it. Then on my Dragonborn Artificer, I first ran Diplomatic Impunity, and I finished that quest just the tiniest bit short of 15. So you can guess what I did at that point.
I bet you did Tower of Frost.
Of course I did Tower of Frost. What else? You know what my favorite level 14 quest is?
How many times have you ran that quest by now?
Don't know. On that character, it was probably 4 or 5 times. So, a number of times. As for if we add other ones, then yeah, it's a good question. Not sure. I don't know if there's a statistic anywhere that says how many times you have overall run each quest in the game.
Because you love that quest.
Yeah. And Cordovan's GMing of that is just so wonderful.
I was going to ask, it's the DM, isn't it? I know it's the DM.
Yeah.
You just love the dulcet tones of Cordovan in there.
Dulcet tones of Cordovan. Oh, he wants to play. Oh, yes. Let's then head into what I did in Minecraft, where I ran the Minecraft Parkour Challenge for May of 2019, where we are being stranded in an iceberg pretty much. Now, actually, it is you have come here for your vacation. You're spending your vacation in a frozen ocean area. And so they ask you to make friends with the polar bears, build a house inside one of the icebergs, and of course, enjoy the views as you have those wonderful ocean sunsets that you have from your new little vacation home. I also ran the first week of the May 2019 Mage Rage, where I decided that I'm going to run this Mage Rage with lava as one of my spells. I've always avoided that spell because I'm always afraid that I was going to just turn myself into, let's just say, drown myself in lava if I attempted to run that spell. I didn't get myself killed by lava in there. I found other ways to get myself killed, of course. But it did take me a while in order to get through this because, yeah, that's the way Mage Rage goes sometimes. This is the first one being run under 1.14. So therefore, there was trying to find some things and trying to do some things that I wasn't working on them before. Then finally on tabletop, I played a new game called Arion, which is the latest game in the Omniverse series. And so far, so good. I'm liking this game, though I've only had a chance to play it once so far. Hopefully, I'll get a few more plays in it and see if I keep that impression on this. But that is Arion, where the object here is to build a fleet of flying machines. We currently have 20 supporters on Patreon. If you'd like to help support DDO players, simply go to the donations page where you can support the Players Alliance on Patreon. There you'll find rewards, including a mention on the podcast of your choice, or even be guests with us for an episode of DDO Players News. And this week we did not receive any emails, but if you'd like to send us one, you can send it to podcast@ddoplayers.com. And you can also follow us on Twitter, the Players Alliance @Players Ally, DDO Players @DDO Players, Dracula @Dracula_72, and Pineleaf @PineleafNeedles. You can also follow Drac on Twitch @Dracula_72, where we hope to start a new series with the release of Shard. And that's a couple of weeks away.
It is. That'll also be, you can watch it live on the Twitch channel, and then I'm going to upload it to my YouTube as well. So you can watch it two ways. But yes, brand new series, a dual series with Pineleaf and I.
A dual series. We'll see how quickly we get ourselves killed. The Players Alliance has 2 live shows. On Thursdays at 7 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time, we have DDO Players News, and on Saturdays at 8:30 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time, we have Loja Players News. You can join our shows at ddoplayers.com/live. And that's all for tonight, and this is Pineleaf Needles reminding you to quest responsibly.